Today is Wednesday, September 11th. We have a special 9/11 edition of the morning show for you today.
18 years ago today, Americans woke and began their daily routines.
Go ahead.
They had no idea that at 8:46 a.m., hijackers would fly a plane into the North Tower of World Trade Center in New York City.
At 9:03, the South Tower of the World Trade Center was hit by another airplane.
At 9:37, other planes hit the Pentagon in Arlington, Virginia.
At 10:03, a fourth plane crashed into a field in Pennsylvania.
The attacks on the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, and the plane crash in Pennsylvania results in the loss of 2,977 lives.
September 11, 2001 would become a turning point in American history.
Today we remember the men and women who died and those families who lost loved ones.
Today we honor those such as firefighters, police officers, doctors, and even everyday people who risk their lives to help others.
Here are just some of the heroes from September 11th.
On the day the Twin Towers collapsed, Frank DeMartini did not run out the North Tower to get to safe ground. Instead, he died guiding 77 people in the building to safety. DeMartini had risked his life saving the people working in the tower and courageously put them above his own welfare. This admirable bravery is what makes DeMartini a hero of 9/11.
Todd Deemer, age 32, was an American passenger aboard United Air Flight 93. The flight was hijacked as part of the September 11th attacks. He led the charge to try and regain control of the plane. Beamer made a phone call to his wife before him and several other passengers charged, telling her what he was about to do. His famous last words of "let's roll" were heard clearly and are still remembered to this day. The plane did not make its target. It crashed in Pennsylvania far from the actual target. Unfortunately, none of the passengers survived, but they did manage to save many people who were going to be in the White House or U.S. Capitol building.
Rick Rescorla was a veteran for both the British and American Army. He was 62 years old and was working in the corporate security for Morgan Stanley and Dean Whitter, the 44th floor of the South Tower. As the building was struck, he called his wife Suzanne, who was watching the TV attacks, and he called her. "Stop crying," he said. "I have to get these people out safely. If something should happen to me, I want you to know I've never been happier. You made my life." After he ended the call with his wife, he contacted a friend, Dan Hill, and asked him to calm his wife down. He was credited with saving the most lives in Morgan Stanley's workers that day.
Benjamin Clark was a 39-year-old chef preparing meals at the Fiduciary Trust Company on the day of the attack. He made sure that everyone in his department and everyone else working on the 96th floor building came out unharmed. His bravery and heroic actions led to Clark saving hundreds of lives before he died. Clark putting his life in danger for the sake of other people and the building is what makes him a hero.
On September 11th, Wells Crowther saved over 10 people during the 9/11 attack. As a kid, Wells always looked up to his father. When Wells was a little kid, his dad gave him one pocket square and one bandana a Sunday morning. His dad gave him one to show and one to blow. Ever since this, Wells carried a bandana everywhere, and this came in handy. By being brave, Wells risked his life and saved many people by using the tower's stairwell. It was later in the news article that described a man in a red bandana, which helped Wells' parents show that their son was a hero.
Tracker, a German shepherd, assisted in finding the last survivor after the two Twin Towers collapsed on 9/11. Owner James Symington, a Canadian police officer, was descending the stairs of the South Tower when Tracker, a German shepherd, assisted in finding the last survivor after the two Twin Towers collapsed on 9/11. Owner James Symington, a Canadian police officer, was descending the stairs of the South Tower with Tracker when the buildings collapsed around them. Tracker was then trapped for 27 hours beneath the concrete and rubble before firefighters found her. Tracker was then such a special dog that they used his DNA to clone 5 other puppies later in history.
Today we celebrate America's strength, ability to work together, help one another, and respect all people no matter race, culture, or creed.
September 11, 2001 was one of the worst moments in the American history and one that would never be forgotten.
And now for a moment of silence.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Happy birthday to Anastasia Colson and Luciana Desimone. Hope they're great. National Junior Honor Society elected officers yesterday. We would like to announce these officers at this time. Our president will be Josie Fent. Vice presidents, there will be co-vice presidents Zoe Way and Tori Ashmore. Our secretary will be Adelaide Rogers. Community service director Robert Winburn, and community service assistants Jasmine Rivers and Anisha Patel. Good job to everyone. Tonight at 6 p.m. is band instrument tryout night in the cafeteria for 6th graders. Today is map testing for 7th and 8th graders in math, and tomorrow for 6th graders. Beware, we will be on a different schedule today. Our football game today has been canceled. Come on out and watch our volleyball team play tomorrow at 5:30 here at Beaufort Middle School against Ladies Island Middle. Thank you for watching the Beaufort Middle School Morning News.